What's going on everyone, Valeria here, and in today's video I'm gonna show you how I do my roots. You can see I have like a couple of centimeters of regrowth, and I've divided my hair in sections. So I'm gonna use the WELLA Blondor. This is the bleach, it's a really good bleach, and this is the dedicated developer 30 volumes, because you see my roots are pretty dark. So we need almost 10 levels left. I'm gonna start applying the bleach that I mixed with the developer. The ratio is 1:1, so you can see it's pretty thick. It looks like toothpaste, maybe a bit looser than toothpaste, but yeah. You don't want it to be too runny, otherwise it's not gonna stick properly to your hair. I'm only going to apply it to the dark part, and you can see like there's a little bit of brassiness in the section that is between the, let's say, white blonde and the dark root. And you know, when you flip your hair over, that section is slightly going to overlap with the bleach, so it's going to somehow be bleached as well. So no bleach is going to be purposely applied on that section. You know, I try to be as thorough as I can, so it takes me quite a while. And this time I have decided to try a new method. I have never done my hair like this before. I've had them done like this before at a hairdresser, but I have never done it like this before myself. So usually I used to divide my hair in 4 sections and like do all my head, and then once all the bleach was applied, I was waiting for 50 minutes. And obviously, like the first lines that I had done, but you know, by the time that the 50 minutes was over, they had bleach on for like maybe 2 hours at that point, 1.5 maybe. That was like too much, because yeah, I am not fast at doing this job. So what I've decided to do this time is do one section, keep the bleach on for 50 minutes. The time was indicated in the directions of the bleach, and after the 50 minutes is over, I'm gonna wash it off. And at that point, like, make sure that all the hair is dry, because inevitably some water is gonna go on the other sections that I'm going to do afterwards. I'm just gonna make sure that everything is dry, to make sure everything is as porous and there's no difference in how the hair is gonna drink, be soaked in bleach. And then I'm gonna proceed with the following section. So after I'm done with the following section, I'm gonna wait for another 50 minutes, wash it off, then go do another section. I have very little hair, as you might have seen. So for me, 3 sections is enough. And it is very time consuming. So this time with this method, I started to do my hair around 10:30 and I finished around 4 p.m. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. But since I do it at home, you know, when I have to wait 50 minutes, I just do my things. I do, you know, sit at the computer, do a little work, eat lunch, clean the house. So it's not really wasted time, but yeah, it is time consuming. So you just have to take one day or at least half a day and be like, okay, this day is gonna be dedicated to my hair. But I mean, I know that some procedures you do at the hairdresser are 3, 4, 5 hours long, even more. So I guess it's fine. I mean, those of us that bleach their hair, they know it's quite a long process. So we're kind of used to that, aren't we? Yeah, now I am still going with the bleach, and this section I'm doing is the front right. Actually, I parted my hair in the middle and I want to do the front right, but since I had some bleach left, I didn't want to leave it until the next session. No, section. What am I saying? Section. Because if you leave it longer, it loses some power. So I did a little bit more from the middle part. I started doing some lines in the front left. And at the end of the day, I only did 3 sections this time, because when I did the front left, it was actually just half of it. So I did half of the front left and part of the back left. And then when I did the last section, I had like back right and a little part of back left, but like just little. And again, I have so little hair that you've seen it. You can see here I have very, very little hair. Oh, that's my mommy. But you can see, just apply a thick layer of bleach on the dark part of your hair, and be as thorough as you can. And when you do your little lines, try to make them as thin as possible, so that there are no dark spots left. Sorry for my elbow, but I don't really have like a tripod or something like more professional, so my phone was actually on a shelf of the medicine cabinet, and to go where I need to go, my arm needs to be in that position. So sorry, the video is not great, but I'm sure that by now you get what I'm doing. So now, since I finished the section, I'm just going to do the line that divides the front section from the back section. The back, actually, I have my mom helping me do it, because I am not good enough to do that. She helps me out. In the past, I've done it myself with my boyfriend holding a mirror so that I could see it. But if you have someone helping, it's better. Now you do a little cross-checking, so you go through what you did to make sure you didn't leave any dark spots. And if you did, of course, you just apply a little bit more bleach where needed. There I go. I missed a few spots, maybe. Also, I have a lot of baby hair, so I always kind of try to leave them out, but it's not always easy, because being baby, they just get caught. And especially if you have this hair that looks particularly fragile, just be careful. If you have some bleach also going on the length, be careful. Maybe try clean it a little bit, because they don't need any more processing. Here, still checking that everything is well covered in bleach and there are no spots, dark spots. Especially here in the middle, because it's like the most visible part. And we are almost done with this section. See, now this baby hair that they ended up having bleach on them, they don't really need it. So I'm just going to take some water and try to wipe it off with my fingers. Otherwise they would 100% break. They would 100% break off. So just gonna clean them a little bit. And we are done. 50 minutes and we are ready with our hair done. Like the first section, it was washed off, and now we are going to proceed and do the front, right? I'm not gonna show you because I mean it's the same process that I did for the first section, so you know the tea. I won't bother you with the whole process again. This is my bleach again, ratio 1:1, bleach and 30 volume developer, and you see very thick as I like it, and ready to go. Now washed off, and now we only have one section left, that is the back right, and a tiny bit of the back left, and I'm gonna do the same. Now I'm going to tone because all my hair has been bleached. Bleach has been washed off with just some shampoo. All the hair was combed kind of nicely, so there are no knots. And I am mixing my semi-permanent color with its dedicated emulsion. It's the WELLA 996 that I've used before. I've made videos about it, and you're very welcome to go have a look. There it is, 996 Color Touch and the dedicated emulsion. This time the ratio is 1:2, so 1 part color and 2 parts developer. As I said before in these other videos, I was mentioning, since I have super little hair, for me it's enough half of the tube to do my whole head, roots to ends. Actually, since I still had too much product left, this time I used only a third of the tube, and it's still gonna be some left. But you can see how little hair I have, and then you can make like sort of proportion with your situation. So in this case, we don't need to be as thorough as when we do the bleaching. So, you know, most important in this case is to be kind of fast, because this color oxidizes quite quickly. You can already see some violet where it was applied, and you are supposed to put it on the roots first and on the ends afterwards, because the roots are way less porous than the ends, so it takes a bit longer. It's a bit harder for the color to get stuck on the hair, while the lengths are way more porous because they've had a longer life and so many more treatments, you know, so they just drink the color, and it takes way less to get there. So yeah, just cruising through my head. Actually, you know, I'm trying to do the roots first and length last, but it's not always the case, because when I flip the strand of hair over, I kind of go along all the strand all over my head, so it happens that, you know, the length is done pretty much the same time as the roots. But, you know, at the end I don't really have a bad result, so it has always worked for me, and I kind of do that. Sorry for having my elbow again in front of the camera. You can see, yeah, the back is kind of yellow. We'll get there. Doing the front first. You can see how purple it is. That's the first point, the first section that I did. You can see how purple it has already turned. Yeah, just make sure you don't miss any bit, but at the end I will just massage the color with my hands, so it's really hard to miss spots when you do the toning. Yeah, just now doing the other side of my head. See, now it goes way farther than the roots because all the hair has been put on my head, across my head, but it doesn't really matter. It's like the midsection. Okay, so at this point I have put the toner all over my head, and as I told you, I'm just going to massage it to make sure that it is really everywhere and there is no spot that has been missed. I just have some to put on my ends first because it's the only part where there is very little color or toner, if you want, if you will. So making sure, again, massaging with my hands and helping with the brush to go all along, and now massaging and just putting some of the color left in my hands, picking up very well from the bowl because I hate wasting. You can see it's purple now because it has oxidized. I put my hair up so they just stay there and I don't make a mess. Everything is well covered. See the back? Everything is soaked in WELLA 996. Already very purple, waiting 20 minutes now. And then I will wash it off. Yay! Cleaning up while I wait. And now I have washed it off, shampooed, conditioned. You can see how it looks when it's wet. It's a bit more purpley or silvery than once it will be dried. It caught very well on my hair. You can see no brassiness, no yellow, and now I have to comb my hair and then I will proceed with the styling. I mean, I'm not really gonna style it because my hair is really fragile, really fine, so I try to avoid any kind of heat. So now I will just hair dry it, and this is how it looks once it's dry. I'm happy, like the length are a little bit damp still, but yeah, you can see how it is once it's dried. If you remember how it was when we started, like super yellow, brassy, 2 centimeters of dark regrowth. I am very happy about the result. Not glamorous, because when I see these videos, I see like when the girls or the person does all the process, you know, they're just busted. No, I mean, they're just not glamorous. And when they do the reveal, the final result, they are all like snatched with makeup and a super cool outfit. Me, girl, I was busted the house before, I'm busted the house now, as Rich Lux would say it. But anyway, yeah, the only thing I didn't mention is that while I wait for the bleach to process, I wear a shower cap and I put a little bit of water inside it because Brett Mondo said that you need some humidity to let the bleach keep working. If it dries, it stops like processing. So yeah, that's the only thing I didn't mention. This is how the color looks like. Very, very, very nice to me. Very, yeah, like slightly violet, slightly silvery. As I mentioned before, 1 wash, 2 washes, you need your purple shampoo after a couple of washes because it starts, like the brassiness starts coming out. But yeah, I mean, it's a great, great way of toning your hair, doing it at home. You just need the help maybe of someone to do the back of your hair when you bleach it, but then all the rest can be done. And this is how little hair is coming off. So really super gentle with your hair. Actually, when I used to do the other method, so do the whole head with the bleach and then wash it off, I was losing way more hair. So this is my new go-to method. I think I will always do section by section from now on. And yeah, this was my making of my wisteria hair, as I call it. Thank you for being with me today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye!